Now there's 4 ways that the heart dies young. And we try here at the Boone Heart Institute to find ways to analyze those 4 entities. We call those the 4 horsemen of heart disease and stroke. And you've all read the Bible or seen Notre Dame football. The 4 horsemen are a common way to look at things. They're 4 dangerous things. And much of our best healthcare has attacked those 4 horsemen of heart disease when they're galloping and at full force. And it's very hard to slow down galloping horses. But the horses are the plaque in the arteries, atherosclerosis. And the best doctors are getting at that when it's a stent or a bypass or an emergency room or a heart attack. The clotting of blood would be the second horseman, and that's often involved in that heart attack stroke process. The muscle of the heart would relate to heart failure, and the electricity more arrhythmias or palpitations. And all of our best doctors are involved in those processes when the horsemen are galloping, and everything's out of the barn and they're loose and you got to slow them down and drag them down. And everybody just from that visual can understand that it takes a lot of money, effort, strength, and ability to slow down those horsemen. And the area that we're involved with, we hope and we think, is at the time when the horses are just grazing in the corral, but somebody left the door open. And how do we slam that door before they escape? And a lot of our testing and approach is to figure out how to get at those. And I often argue that the person that needs the kind of testing we do might be not the one that might be the sickest, but actually the healthiest. Because the sick one, if you're overweight, out of shape, hypertensive, diabetic smoker, you don't need as many of my tests. You need every drug you can think of to balance against the dangers of your lifestyle and your genetics. The person I might be interested in, and most of them are healthy, but out of everybody out there climbing 14ers and riding bicycles and running marathons in Colorado, there's still a few of those that might just drop dead, and we see that quite regularly. So occasionally Colorado, though one of the more healthy states in the country, has a higher incidence of sudden death because we won't take our medicines and we don't think we're sick and we have blue skies around, and that tends to, really fool you in what might be going on. And I would include myself in that arena. When I first started looking at myself, I was 50 years old and playing basketball, and I was eating everything I could get my hands on, but I wasn't getting heavy because I was working out so much. And I was fooled into thinking I was a little healthier than I was. And I would put myself in that group. So the testing of someone like me or anyone that even thinks they're healthy is very important to be sure that you're healthy. And my cholesterol might not tell me the truth. My blood pressure might not tell me the truth. They're a part of the mix. But if you've got plaque in the arteries, which is what our testing is most importantly designed to find what's going on in that first couple of horsemen, if you've got plaque in the arteries, then even normal cholesterol might not be good enough for you. You may need perfect cholesterol, perfect blood pressure, whereas somebody with borderline cholesterol may not be an issue if they don't have any plaque. Borderline blood pressure may not be an issue. So really looking at the disease is what we've always tried to pioneer with imaging, looking as aggressively as we can inside the arteries.